Hello folks, this is Bill at Bill Reddick Outdoors, and I'm out here in the shop again because I got another problem. And we was gonna go fishing yesterday. When we got out in the lake, we dropped the trolling motor, and when we stepped on the button for it to come on, the thing liked to come off the boat. This thing's supposed to have 4 screws holding it on. It just had this one left here. Look at this. Look at that. We had to tie that baby on just to get to the house. And I was reminded of something my daddy always said. He said, preventive maintenance can save you a lot of trouble in the future. What it is, they mounted this thing with screws, and the thing's been on there about 17 years. And I guess over bouncing over waves and stuff, it just pulled them screws out. It watered the holes out, and they just sitting in there. So what my plan is, I'm gonna back those screws out of there, and I'm gonna give me some bolts, stainless steel of course, and try to put through there with a backing plate on it, and that ought to hold it on there. In case y'all didn't know this trick, I'm gonna try to show you what you can do. If you've got a wood screw that is pulled out and the holes wallowed out a little bit too much, you can take a matchstick and stick down in that hole and break it off, and then you can put your screw in there and screw it in. And believe it or not, it'll tighten it up and it'll stay. On these 2 holes on this side, see, I can get up underneath and put a backing plate and a nut. But these over here, there's no way to get to them. So what I'm gonna do is that match trick I was telling y'all about. Stick it down in there, break it off. Stick it down in there and break it off. And now the screws will go right back down in there and that baby will be tight, believe it or not. That's another 30-minute job. It's gonna require a trip to town and a couple of days to finish it up. We've located several brush tops with a fish finder, but we hadn't seen no fish on none of them, just 1 or 2 maybe. And we've cast all over them, up and down, backwards, sideways and forth, and we still ain't caught no fish. I know that's hard to believe. Well folks, when we got to the lake yesterday, there was 3 game warden trucks sitting there at the boat ramp, and Lincoln got a little bit worried. He said, "Oh Papa, I hope we don't get a ticket." And I said, "We're not gonna get a ticket. We're gonna be legal all the time, or we're not going." But on the way out, the game wardens had already left for the day. And Lincoln said, "Papa, it's a good thing that they've already gone." And I said, "Why is that?" He said, "Because if they would have stopped and looked in our boat checking us for fish, and we didn't have no fish, as long as we've been out there, he would have probably wrote you a ticket for impersonating a fisherman." And always remember folks, whether you're at work or play, I hope you have a nice day. This is Bill Reddick Outdoors. See y'all.